What's up, everybody? GTMitchell, got another update for you on the Porsche. As you can see behind the Porsche, I got my neighbor's pontoon boat sitting in the shop for the winter. But I've been working hard on the car and been a little bit distracted with some sim racing. Been working with the Porsche Club of America doing the National Series of sim racing. I've been purchasing parts, collecting everything that I need to get this project going. As you can see, I got all the parts laid out here with my, my book's on the ottoman over there, but collecting all the parts that I need. Trying to replace everything that's needed. Most of the stuff there is for the transmission, for the, bolts for the flywheel, things like that. My main focus has been actually on this guy, brand new V-twin lawn tractor. Pretty powerful. I love it. For an acre lot, it is definitely necessary in this Atlanta heat. So, over to the Porsche. As you can see, I got the front knuckle off on the driver's side. I'm working on cleaning up that CV joint that had the cracked boot. That was quite an adventure. I couldn't get the axle out, so I actually took it over to a shop, and they were nice enough to do it for me for free. They just got an air chisel out, and it took them 30 seconds to get it out. So I was really pleased with that. Thanks to Eurofed. You guys are awesome. Really appreciate it. It's the little things that counts, and it's all about having the right tool. And that's really what this whole project is about, just making sure you have the right tools, because it'll go a lot smoother. So over to the engine and transmission here. Oh, first let me show you my sim racing rig. Pretty janky. Probably the worst of the groups, but hey, gets the job done. I've been doing okay. These guys are like professional racers that I'm racing with, and my best finish so far is 20th. I've had a couple of incidents here and there, but it's been really fun. It's cool to engage with the group and socialize with some of these guys. So the transmission here, we have a new transmission mount that I was able to press in. That was really not very fun, but it's done. I got the transmission bits out of here. There was a seal on the inside of this that was just caked in there, and it came out in about 1 million pieces. So that's about ready to get rebuilt. All I need to do is get the RMS from Pelican Parts. I have it on order. Put that guy in, and then I can put on the flywheel and clutch and build everything out on the transmission. Got a new air oil sender on there. I will admit that I stripped this bolt in there, but luckily it was only a couple of threads, and I put a longer bolt with a nut on there and was able to grab about, 4 extra threads deeper in there, so no big deal. I did put on these fuel lines. These are non-factory. Porsche wanted to replace the entire fuel rail here along with the lines and everything, which I thought was pretty silly. So I just got some fuel line, and I'm going to put some clamps on the ends here just to make sure that nothing leaks. I mean, the last thing I want is a fuel leak on this thing. Otherwise, it's looking pretty good. I mean, I really only want to get it to about 90% clean, and then I'll put it back in. I think it's about ready to go. I really just need to put together the rest of the stuff. So let's take a look at the knuckle over here and the brake. I got all the brakes painted. They came out really great. I did not replace any of the seals or anything in here. They honestly look really good, and they're not leaking at all. So no problem there. Hub's all cleaned up. Looks nice. No problems there. Here is the front axle, all taken apart. I had to replace this boot here, so I cleaned all this up. What a disgusting job that is. I would pay almost any amount of money to have someone else do that now. But hey, it's a learning experience, and it was actually kind of fun. And thanks to my YouTube friends for showing me how to get this piece off and all of this apart, and I know how to put it all back together now. There's really not a lot of wear on here for 120,000 miles. Everything's very smooth. There's a couple of like marks on it, but it's all very smooth. All the balls look really good. Everything's in perfect condition, really. Pretty surprising for 120,000 miles, but I guess not when it's a Porsche. You can see the old transmission mount here. Had to cut it out, but it was all shot. You can see there's cracks and things around the edges, so that needed to be replaced. There's also the flex disc that goes to the drive shaft that I had to replace as well, so we'll get that going. And other than that, I'm pretty much ready to put it back together, so I'm really excited to get going with that. Get the last, there's 4 parts I'm waiting for. One of them's for, or 2 of them's for this CV joint, so I could put the axle back together, get that done, and then I'm putting the transmission back onto the engine. So stay tuned for some more very exciting updates. Thanks for watching.